Yeah, go ahead. So a resume or something personal, okay, and LinkedIn is out there in the public, okay. So do you think what are the pros and cons, okay, and why should somebody be on LinkedIn, and how will it benefit that person? If you can let me know something.
Ooh, absolutely. I love this question. So resumes, of course, so important to apply, so important to have a strong resume that makes it through applicant tracking systems, and a resume that positions you well for the job posting in terms of your measurable accomplishments, what you bring to the table, your leadership skills, how you're the best solution for the job posting. But where LinkedIn is a distinguisher and why I encourage LinkedIn so heavily is thought leadership. LinkedIn is very much that, if you could think of resumes as being that important first impression, and then if you, there's a bit of an echo. I apologize, AK.
Yeah, there
Okay, I
is a
went
bit
away.
of hang up. Anyway, yeah. So Tim has been asking. Oh, there are 15 people who are here, and Tim wants to know, where did you get your passion for entrepreneurship? Yeah, I think you all answered that already. Okay. So yeah, so yeah, coming back to the LinkedIn, what are the typical uh, concerns that people have when they make their LinkedIn profile different from their resume?
That happens quite a bit, AK. That happens quite a bit. We have candidates who their resume is quite polished, quite professional. It, of course, checks off all the boxes. And then a hiring manager will sometimes switch over to the LinkedIn profile and they'll see a story that's a little bit different than what was presented in the resume. And so it can be a little bit of a question as to, well, why is this the case? Why is this job candidate presenting so differently on LinkedIn and across other social media platforms? And so in terms of consistency and trust building, we definitely want to lean into a narrative that's very similar across your resume and then across your LinkedIn profile. But usually when we log into LinkedIn for the first time, we're thinking about it similar to Facebook in a way. We're thinking about it similar to our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and we're not quite sure how to utilize it as to the best of our ability to be as effective as possible on the platform, and really setting some goals for ourselves. So a big goal, of course, for many of us is to land that job. So we're approaching it as a job seeker. But then there are professionals on the platform who maybe they're not quite looking to transition to a new job right away, but it's still an opportunity for them to grow their thought leadership, express themselves in writing, and provide as much value as they can on the LinkedIn platform for the benefit of their colleagues, for the benefit of the industry that they're in, the benefit of their supervisors. And really, if you think about the cutting edge of industry and what you can contribute as a professional, when you start building that body of writing and that body of work, in many ways, that becomes your portfolio. That becomes your impression, your second impression. If you think of the resume being that first impression, I think of LinkedIn, in my honest opinion, as that second, even more pivotal impression. Because the first time you leave an impression, you're showing that you're a leader, that you're the solution to the job posting, all of your expertise is brought to the table. But that second impression, that is your consistency. That's your trust building. That is your moment to shine, not just across a document, a 2-page resume document, but across everything that you do in your writing, your posts, your articles, things of that nature. And so that's definitely just in terms of a distinguishment. That's how I think about the two for sure.
Fantastic. So, in fact, I had just posted as a promo for this particular thing that it's always, it's a very tense thing looking for a job. Okay.
Yes.
So, ideally, the best time to look for a job is when you don't have